For most of my life, I used to think that my choices were only valid if everyone else had signed off on them. I also now know, this is so deep, that I came from a lower self, that I traded in my choices for what someone else wanted me to experience. And I know when I traded in my choice for something else, I would secretly beat myself up. I would secretly feel sad. I would secretly not feel satisfied, and I would secretly not feel fulfilled. This conversation, I want to give you a 3-step model so that you can stop feeling the need to justify your choices. And it's very timely because I am creating this video when in Vietnam. And had I listened to the committee, we wouldn't have experienced Bangkok and Vietnam. I realized that I was a prisoner of other people's opinions. The habit of seeking approval is a survival strategy that we picked up without even noticing. A strategy because we come from too low a self. And it's kind of cough in the face, too low a self. I don't want to come from too low a self. So here's my 3-step model that I now use when I'm about to feel that I need to justify my choice. Step number 1 is to slow down and connect with the sensations in your body or your reactions. So for example, when I suggested I was suggesting, when I shared that I decided to go to Vietnam, and people would say, why Vietnam? I paused and I felt like, what is really going on in myself, in my inner world, and what is that energy around me, surrounding me? So that is step 1. Pause and observe. Step 2 is very important and essential for you not feeling the need to justify your choice. If you justified your choice and you're about to justify your choice, ask yourself, why am I giving away power to people who essentially don't care about me? What is it about that relationship that is broken? And why are you about to give power away? I had to sit with this. What it triggered me? And what fears might be showing up that I could sense coming from the other person? All said with love, but it was not supporting my choice. Step 3, remember who you are and where you want to go next. For most of my life, I had plugged into committees, tribes that were naysayers, that had different belief systems, different paradigms. I conformed because of a lower self. I'm plugging into tribes playing a higher game than me, living a different life, and I throw in my anchor. I replug into that tribe, into that frequency. And in that way, for me, it helps me really remember who I am. So let's play the scenario again about Vietnam, where I felt and needed to justify my choice. Had I followed the vote of the committee, I would have plugged into a field, a tribe that was the match of the frequency I want to play at, It wasn't a match of my true desire. So I remembered that desire and I connected with that next version of me. Is that truly what I want to experience? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I consciously unplugged from that tribe, from that committee, and say, now it's me. It's my life. And I tapped into a different field on a higher frequency and say, this is my life. This is my responsibility. You can have your fears, you can have your belief systems, you can have your paradigms, but I'm actually living my life on my terms. That's what I mean by unplugging and replugging and plugging into a higher frequency that is a better match, which means you no longer have to justify your belief because you come from a higher frequency that's a match for what you want to experience in life. You don't need to justify your choice. All you need to do is remember how powerful you are and remember that this is your choice. This is how you stop feeling the need to justify your choices. Start being you. Start tapping into a higher frequency. Start owning your life and stop coming from too low a self. This has been a difficult video for me. It's been so deep. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop in the comments what you take away from this video and what you're going to practice so that you no longer have to justify your choice. I love you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon again.